Alright, today we're going to look at my car. This is my 997.2 or MK2. I've owned this car for several years now, and it really is the best car that I've ever owned. And obviously this is the quickest one that I've ever had. It's actually blindingly fast. Well, it is for me still. I remember when I first got it, and I was actually freaked out by how fast this is. And yes, I know this is the base model, but if you have driven a 911 in the PDK form with the Sports Plus on, I think you'll understand or you'll empathize with the feeling that I got when I first drove it. In terms of looks, I really do believe that this is the perfect 911. It's the perfect size because you probably have noticed that every year it seems like the 911 is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And prior to the 997, 996s, I think, which are basically the same sizes, it was a little bit smaller. And I do prefer smaller cars, but I really think the 997 is the perfect size. And yeah, obviously the newer ones do turn my heads because of so much, so much gizmo that they have been putting on lately with the active aerodynamic kits and all the new LED technology and the crazy screens. But I still kind of like mine because it's somewhere between analog and digital, right? I think it's right before it went fully digital. In any case, the color is macadamia metallic or macadamia metallic. I believe it's a special option, or it's an additional fee to get that color. And inside is the sand beige leather. I think the color is perfect because it's not overly flashy, but it's enough to get people's attentions, and especially most people over here in Korea, they only buy black, white, or gray cars, which is actually very, very boring because of the lack of stimulus. But this color isn't overly flashy like a red car. I've owned two red cars before. It's way too much. Or a yellow car, which is very, very flashy. I think it's perfect. And this macadamia metallic color, one of the best things about it is that it looks so different in the different it looks very, very different in depending on how much light is out there. So when the sun is directly shining on it, it looks a little bit gold. I'm not sure if I would say gold, but when it's darker it looks black. And sometimes it looks like it's a wine color. I mean, it's a really cool color. I believe when they first released the 992, this color was chosen to be on the posters and all the adverts that they had. I know the interior looks a little bit dated, only because of the navigation screen. The navigation screen is really, really small by today's standards. The cars today are decked out with, I think, 12-inch widescreen displays on their inside the car. So obviously the first thing you notice when you get in the car is how small the navigation screen is. But I don't mind it. It's functional. It works. And something about Porsche, just to me, they laid everything out so well, and so many things are intuitive, and it just makes sense, and you don't really appreciate it until you get into other cars afterwards. One of the best things I like, one of my favorite things on the car, which is traditional, just classic 911, is the 5 gauges with the rev counter right in the middle. On the 992s, I know that they left only the rev counter as analog and everything else is digital. I mean, it's cool. It's really, really well laid out, but I still prefer the analog feel This car is definitely the last generation of the 911s to be a little bit more analog than anything else. So that was just a quick overview of my 997.2 911, and in the future I'll make videos about how it is to take it out on the track and so forth. So till then, cheers.